right, Danny, thank you. Now to the New York-New Jersey border, where the Greenwood Lakes fire has gotten dangerous. The fire jumping the line and posing a danger to homes in that area. Eyewitness News reporter Reagan Medji has been live there all morning long for us as we continue to see the firefighting effort. In Reagan, we just saw that helicopter pass by, dropping water. This has been around the clock, this operation.
Oh, you did see that. Yeah, we have, this morning, not only we have one helicopter, not sure if it's a Black Hawk helicopter with the U.S. Army, because I know that's part of the effort. It's almost like a military effort. There's also two, not just one, but two Chinooks. And I just read up on the Chinooks. They can carry a bucket with 2,700 gallons of water. I'm going to actually step out of the way because Madeline is talking to me about how there's the firefighting efforts happening behind me. Now, the helicopter that you see with either the U.S. Army or with the New Jersey Forest Service, that can carry up to 350 gallons of water. Right now, we have been watching this since we got here around 8:30 this morning, and it has been an effort from the air to get that fire in Sterling Forest here in Greenwood Lake under control. What we're seeing is that plume of smoke. When it's dark, what we have been seeing, that means that's just burning right now. We don't smell the smoke in this vantage point, but the smoke that we see that's white, a firefighter says that's typically when the fire has been doused and is trying to get some water on it. So what's happening is that these helicopters are dipping down into Greenwood Lake, and along the area, in my vantage point, I see two boats. It's unknown whether the boats are filled with officials, but whoever's on those boats are standing up, and I believe that they're carefully looking at the homes. There are homes along Greenwood Lake, and basically right now I also see two flashing lights, what appears to be a fire engine across the way. So it appears that there are a lot of eyes on the homes and where this fire is going, if it's going to reach the homes or not. Evacuation orders were in place last night. Let's get to that video. The fire started up again yesterday, going over the lines around 6:30 at night, and then there was an effort on the ground just to get this fire under control. And those flames breaching a buffer that the firefighters created so the wildfire didn't have any other dry brush to eat up. But the high winds that Danny Beckstrom has been talking about yesterday, that high wind fanned out the flames, jumped over the buffer, and started another fire. So that resulted in the neighborhood of Wattawa Park, where officials had to basically ask people to evacuate their homes. And at that point, the wildfire had been 88% contained, but the high winds and the fanning of the flames kind of created a setback for the wildfire fighting efforts up here. And the people who were evacuated had to go to Greenwood Lake Middle School overnight, and we did speak to one evacuee as she was leaving to go back to her home this morning with her dog.
The fire's not really close to our house, and I don't think we have anything to worry about. So the only news that the only reason we're going home is because on Facebook everyone's posting that the mission was successful. We haven't gotten an official word that we're good to go back home, but I think we're good to do so.
All right, live look here. We have a helicopter. It looks like it's going to be about to dump on an area. That area is not on fire, so I'm not a firefighter with the fire service in the forest, but it appears that they might be actually dousing the mountain with the water, maybe creating a buffer. It looks like backburning happens is one tactic to stop a wildfire from going. The backburning is basically burning up the dry brush, so if a wildfire is advancing, it'll stop because it has nothing else to chew up for fuel. The water line, though, if that is what they're doing, it looks like they're adding water to the forest just to provide a water line, perhaps. But this has been ongoing. So what happens now is that helicopter, Madeline is doing a fantastic job, might I add, because we're trying to fight against the sunlight here. That helicopter will now dip down. It's going to be out of our viewpoint. Dip down into Greenwood Lake, scoop up water, 350 gallons worth on that helicopter. The Chinooks can carry about 2,700 gallons. And then come back around to the forest where the smoke is that you see, and then douse the flames or even create maybe a water line so the flames don't advance. What you may or may not see is along the lake, lined with many homes. So I'm assuming that there are officials out there. We do see a fire engine kind of making sure that the flames don't advance. And I talked about it, Chinook, and I know this live shot is extremely long, but there's so much to talk about. I don't know that we can get a video image. Madeline's really trying hard here. That's the Chinook I'm talking about. It's 2 propellers. This is what you see in military, and that bucket likely holds about, we're saying 2,700 gallons of water. So again, this is an all-out effort. The state police just arrived in this area too, likely also eyes on that advancing wildfire in Sterling Forest. I want to hop back up on the screen slowly. We're dealing with a lot of zooming and panning and tilting of our cameras. Madeline's doing a fantastic job, but we're live here in Greenwood Lake in Orange County, where this wildfire is continuing to advance again after the winds from yesterday, and an all-out effort to try to contain that blaze. Reagan Medji, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Reagan, thank you. The wake of Darius